romancing. Hey there, everybody. My name's Logan.
And I'm Jen.
And this is Surprised by Marriage. Okay, this week's video, I want to start by asking the viewers one simple question for your marriage. And that is, do you romance your spouse? What I mean by that? Well, remember when you first dated and you went on all those dates and you bought the other one flowers, or you went take them to a special movie and you got
wrote sweet notes, although they probably don't do that anymore because now we have text messages.
Right. Any of that stuff that you're trying to attain the other one's heart, all that stuff. Well, boom, you got married and all that is
mission
just all
accomplished.
This mission accomplished. But all that stuff that I just mentioned is gone. It's in the past. It's remembering things that we once did. I mean, who needs to do it again, right? Because, we won their heart. So, boom, mission accomplished.
The work is done.
Mission accomplished. Right.
But not really.
Because that brings us to why we are doing this video this week. Because it got us thinking, do we still do those things? Well,
so this whole topic came up a few months ago, actually. I was talking to a friend who is a priest, and I was telling him that Logan is the romantic one in our marriage, and Father, knowing that I'm a melancholic, said, but romance is a strength for the melancholic. And so when I told Logan that, he didn't believe me.
I didn't, because, I like to view myself as the one that was always going after Jen's heart in the most romantic ways. I still do that. I almost breathe like that.
Yeah, what? You're starting.
Romance comes out of me all the time. She didn't know I was going to do that because I am the romantic type.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway,
that day, it happened to be a Saturday, he was like, all right, you gonna romance me then? And so that whole day, I romanced him. And let me just tell you, this was very hard for me. Yeah, it is a strength for the melancholics, I guess, when you want to do it, but I didn't want to do it because I'm tired.
I was genuinely surprised that she was up for the challenge, and it kind of caught me off guard in a lot of aspects, and I'm like, this girl does have it in her. She does know it. And
I'm just tired. We have a lot of children and a lot of responsibilities right now, and so I am tired, and I tend to let romance fall to the wayside. But this particular day, I did romance him. I romanced him hard. I know what you're thinking.
She... Anyway, I was pleasantly surprised, and it felt good because, it reminded us of the times when we started dating, and because we talk about a lot of things in all these Surprised by Marriage videos where we talk about communication, we talk about praying together, we talk about going on dates, and all those things are good and they are important to doing that. But it is possible that you can do all those things and still not romance your spouse.
Yes, that was me. But I finally realized after that day of doing all of these things I know he loves, I'm not going to explain what I did, but he really enjoyed it, and I knew he would. And so after the whole day of that, things ended really well, and we were very happy with the romancing.
Because it ended with sex.
Oh my gosh.
But anyway.
That I went a little overboard with the romancing on that particular day, and I probably could not sustain it to that level. But it did make me realize that I could be doing more on a regular basis when it comes to romance.
Right, and it's just because we get caught up being busy in our lives, like we say in a lot of those things we just previously mentioned about communication, prayer, all those things that are attacking those things is because we get caught up and we get busy. And like I said, when you get married, you won the other person's heart, so why continue to do those things that you did before you got married?
Because you love them.
Because you love them.
People aren't getting married anymore. The marriage rates are much lower because people just don't want to get married. And I think part of it is because people don't know what a healthy marriage looks like, unfortunately. So can you imagine if this whole generation of all of us married people romance each other and our kids saw, what effect would that have on the world? I'd want to get married one day. Granted, pray for vocations, but all the people who don't want to get married because they saw their parents very unhappily married, if they saw their parents like romancing each other, just imagine. Going back to my conversation with Father about romance, I want to read what he said because I still think about this. He said, I wonder what might become of marriage if both parties spent more mental energy trying to romance the other. So, I mean, that's why I made the point about what if all of these children are seeing their parents romance each other and just, putting marriage first, like we should be, after God. Just, the world would be so different.
It would be.
Yeah. So we hope that is motivation for you to romance your spouse. We challenge you.
Right, and as always, please be sure to like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, and subscribe to YouTube, all the things, and hopefully, you get back to romancing your spouse, because I know I love to do it every day.